2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen and others. Welcome back to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV. That's me. We're going to be castrating a StarCraft 2 replay. We haven't done a commentary in a long time. Found this replay on Spawning Tool, and it's a TVP on Ancient Sister. So, Sister? Yeah, Ancient Sister. She's so old. And it looks like this is an older replay, even though it was uploaded today. So, this should be fun. It's a Terran vs. Protoss, and it's on Ancient Cistern. I think I've seen this map before. I think I've casted on this map before as well. Damn, this looks really old, actually. Is this Wings of Liberty? It kind of looks like Wings of Liberty loading screen, but I could be wrong. Could be Heart of the Swarm stuff. Nope, it's Legacy. It's Legacy of the Void. So, yeah, we'll just go and introduce our players here. We have, get the name here, because I'm classic like that. Dystopia on the bottom left is the blue Protoss, and he is, and he says have fun, because, you know, he's a good guy. GLHF, man. We got Texel as the red Terran on the top right of the map. So I'm curious to see what the playstyle of these two players will be. So Dystopia is choosing not to wall off, which is what you normally do and have done for a long time as Protoss, because why would you wall off versus a race that's tier 1 units are ranged? It doesn't make sense, and it just causes a lot of problems, especially if you get attacked. Yeah, so we have a gate going down for Dystopia right now. Everything looking pretty standard so far. I am not familiar with what the meta is in Legacy since I haven't played in a long time. Since I am like completely burned out of it after playing for like over a decade on and off. So yeah, but I mean, I still love the aesthetic of StarCraft. I mean, you can't not look at this game and just. It's gorgeous. It's always been a gorgeous game. Even back in 2010, people were like, holy crap, this game is great. And I'm sure some people are like, it's not that great. And it's like, yeah, it's all subjective, I guess. Whatever, you know. So we actually have a scout from Dystopia going into the Terran, into Texel's base to kind of see what's what. Right now, we have a little bit of a space for an add-on, and we do have Reaper. So we are seeing a standard Reaper fast expand from Texel at this time. And he's about to get his command center down right now. I think it might be slightly off, but I could be wrong. But yeah, these two are Masters players, by the way. It doesn't really make a difference, but do not expect like absolute perfection when seeing this game. So yeah, I always equate Masters players to like being like college football players. So like they're not quite pro, but they're still really damn good. And it kind of makes for more interesting games because I feel like at the Grandmaster level, this probe does get sniped. I feel like at the Grandmaster level, it's definitely more like meta slave. It's like, oh, I have to do this because it works. Masters, I feel like, does that still, but there's still room for trying new things out, for sure. We have an Adept out to stop this, and it's perfectly placed, actually, to thwart the Reaper away, and the Adept actually does fade. Almost kills the Reaper, but lucky for the Reaper, he has combat drugs, which heal him, which normally in, you know, real life, that doesn't make sense. You know, usually drugs are supposed to decay your liver and stuff, but whatever. Dystopia did get a Nexus. I neglected to mention that, but that's okay. We got a Taste-a-lope. That's funny. Is that like an homage to Tasteless, perhaps? Okay. Let's see how much damage this Reaper can do. Not really much. It's just going to force a little delay in mining for one probe. And this Adept doing a great job of doing their psionic transfer. Try to get rid of and thwart this Reaper pressure. But this Reaper is buying time for Texel, and he is getting a Widow Mine out and some Marines, interestingly enough. He's actually just going to straight up send the Widow Mine to the base. Interesting play. Oh, never mind. I thought he was. He's just going to place it right here. That's pretty cool, too. So looking a little defensive. Will we see a medevac? The starport is down. And we don't see a medevac quite yet. Probably... No, it's not a money issue. Okay, so he is getting the medevac. He was just tending to other macro things. And that was a nice scout from Dystopia to try to see... Ooh, does he doesn't get that, but... Oh, and actually one-shots an Adept. Today I learned Widow Mines can one-shot an Adept. Very good balance, Blizzard. I'm just kidding. Kind of. All right, anyways. He's got a factory tech lab here going down, so we may see some... We actually might see some Banshees because we'll probably see a transfer. So, like, after the medevac, the factory will be pretty much done. So we'll probably see a liftoff. No, okay. Interesting. Getting a tech lab on the starport instead. So I'm curious to see. Yeah, that's what I figured. Going for siege tanks. That kind of makes sense. And the medevac does pick up some of those widow mines that we saw earlier. We'll see how much damage that could do in the main base of Dystopia. He does have stalkers to kind of thwart it, but he doesn't really have detection, and he's actually opting for blink. We do see a Robo-Bay. He is getting observer, so it's not an absolute destitute situation. That's always a feels bad as a Protoss when you have widow mines and you have no detection. And actually, the widow mine, or not the widow mine, rather, the medevac does get sniped, and actually sacrificing a stalker. I actually really like that because the splash damage actually damaged the own widow mine, so it's kind of an even trade at this point. And Texel still has the widow mine. You know, he was able to get it off, and actually nice blink from Dystopia actually kills the widow mine, and that didn't do that much damage for how much that costed. Costed a medevac, 2 widow mines. Let's actually take a look. I actually don't know off the top of my head how much they cost. So widow mine, 75 minerals, 25 gas, so 50 gas total for that, and then 150 for minerals, so 150 minerals, and then the medevac, which was 100. And the only thing that Dystopia lost was a stalker, which was only 125.50, and then a probe, which was 50. So actually, in favor of Dystopia in that fight for sure. And the Reaper's actually still alive over here, which is pretty hilarious. I like that. Usually it's just dead or, you know, it gets sacked. But no, not this time. Texel on the defensive with the bunker. He's probably going to opt for a third at some point in this game. And Ravens, interesting. I like it. I think last time I casted, Ravens were used a lot more. And if there's someone in the comments that's like, Ravens have been used for so long, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, I have not been in the game. Like, you don't understand how much I haven't been in the game. Anyways, third is down for Dystopia, so things are looking really good for Dystopia right now. Looking really good. So we'll see how Texel will capitalize on this. Actually has more supply than Protoss. Kind of naturally happens as Terran and Zerg even, obviously, because, you know, mass numbers and whatnot. Widow mines are actually down. So I think Texel was expecting some kind of an assault, which I don't blame him, because that was Blink that was discovered. Usually Blink, you want to be aggressive a little bit to like poke and kind of see what's what. But Dystopia's not going to do that. He knows that he's in a good position. He doesn't really need to do that, I don't think. He could, but he doesn't need to, I don't think. Observer does go down, so some scouting information will not be seen. So Dystopia is in the dark right now. We actually do see a move up from Texel, which I think Dystopia is expecting. He doesn't really have that much to defend. He's got a Colossus. He's got 5 Stalkers, 4 Zealots, and some Sentries. He's got 2 Colossi now, which is nice. Do they have... I'm pretty sure they would have range by now. They're just about to get it. Those Colossi are essentially useless without those, if you did not know. Widow Mine almost gets sniped, but a very nice micro. Stim does go down for Texel. We see a battle right here. It looks like Dystopia is it's slightly out of position, but there's the Proton Cannon as well as a freaking shield battery. And then, what is this? The interference matrix. So that both those Colossi are out of commission, and that is actually not looking good. Charge actually did get completed for Dystopia as well, so it looks like Dystopia is holding off, and that interference matrix is down finally, and the Colossi are doing a bunch of damage. Siege Tank moving in. Interestingly, there we go. Siege Tank is going to go down. It looks like Dystopia is going to take care of that. That Siege Tank, there's no way they're getting out. And an excellent defense from Dystopia. Texel also doing a lot of damage, really back and forth right now. It's really cool to see. The natural expansion is probably going to be more exposed. There's actually a cannon in the base. Was there a drop? I think there was, maybe. I think I'd missed it. There was a Widow Mine drop and whatnot. Or just a medevac drop in general. And it looks like Texel is going to capitalize on the lack of the out-of-position nature of Dystopia. Moving in, trying to do some damage. He does notice that the Protoss has come back. He is going to pull back in a nice Widow Mine placement as well. 2 Widow Mines go down. The Observers are not there. 2 Zealots go down. Not as much damage as Texel really wants to do. And I deeply enjoy Texel's patience right now. Oh, he has to get out of there right now. There we go. He stims out. Blink is going to catch up with him, but he does save most of his units. I do like Texel's patience. I think when you're facing a Protoss, you have to be patient because he has, you know, they usually have stronger units, less numbers, obviously, on paper and whatnot. And fighting them head-on does not really bode well for the other races, unless you're a Protoss, of course. Facing another Protoss. And we actually do see a flank from Dystopia. Widowmine's going down, and it looks like Texel does not give a hoot. He's going straight for the natural. Artosis Pylon does go down. We'll see how much damage he could do here. He's going to have to do as much damage. This is essentially a suicide run at this point. Warp Prism goes down, so you won't see any Colossi Micro. Zealots did get warped in to try to take him down. There are medevacs. He is going to lift up, and he's going to actually go to the 4th base. This is some excellent play from Texel. Going to try to do some damage. Will he force the cancel? I don't think so. Hi, baby. That's my cat. That's my little Shugums. All right. Anyways, Texel is going to back off and still saving most of his units. That is huge. The problem here is he is not getting a 3rd base. So is this an all-in? It's kind of looking like it, or he's just not able to macro because he's so micro-intensive right now. So it's understandable. And we do see Vikings as well, which will theoretically be nice versus the Colossi, and not a lot of anti-air to stop that. We do have Templar going down, and I'm sure Cistern is not being researched, so it looks like either these are going to be turned into Archons, or he's going to use these as feedbacks. Looks like they are going to be Archons. There we go. Looks like Texel is not going to let Dystopia breathe for that long. He's going to try to do as much damage. Comsite does go down, and Dystopia smartly is like, yep, he is about to attack that, so he's going to go in position there. Widowmines are placed down. There's no observer to stop that. Let's see how much damage they could do. A decent chunk, but the Widowmine charge is down. Zealots are moving in, going to try to do some damage. Colossi are getting focused down by the Vikings. Very nice micro from the Vikings from Texel. We'll see what Dystopia could do. If both these Colossi go down, this is not looking good. This Colossus is still up. Still up, lots of Zealots. Widowmine's going down. Decent amount of damage. Actually, excellent micro from Dystopia, sacrificing 1 Zealot to stop those Widowmines and whatnot. And Texel is kind of out of units, kind of out of options. He does have some units here, but he definitely has to be on the defensive. Really needs that 3rd. He needed that 3rd a while ago, and this actually may be game for him if he doesn't do that. And Dystopia actually putting down a proxy gateway and whatnot, so he could warp in those units faster. This is looking good right now for Dystopia. In fact, it's probably game at this point, but we'll see. Texel can still pull it out of the bag. He's doing a lot of micro splitting off the units right now. Dystopia is like, I don't care. I'm going to send in some Zealots and try to do some damage. Rally points are going down over here. See what happens. Medevacs are pulling out. We don't see any siege tanks or anything like that. I don't know if that would have done anything here, but it really was just that 3rd, and I think Texel was just going to try to kill his opponent. And just the fact that Dystopia is a 4th base, 2 bases ahead of his opponents, he is pulling the boys. He has to, and they are all clumped right here. And those Archons are having a freaking heyday on them. And the clump at the ramp, too. This is not looking good. Hi, kitty. You coming over here? Oh, wow. Actually, Dystopia, I look away for about 5 seconds, and Texel does hold. And mules are a thing, so he could... There is a chance. It is not looking great right now, with some more Archons being morphed at this time. And, yeah, we have some Stalkers going down. And we'll see if he's building more Colossi. He is building another Colossus, getting a 2nd Robotic Spade to try to double that production. Full saturation on 3 bases. Looks like he transferred over. And a Dark Shrine is actually going down. We'll see what happens. We will certainly see what happens. Texel looks like he's going to do one last hurrah. Again, not opting to get a 3rd base, but what can you do when your minerals are pretty low and your gas is high? That's huge feels bad for Terran, for sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I say that a lot, don't I? We'll see what happens. Hi, baby. Where's the cute kitty? Sniffing my monitor. He's like, it smells like cat food. For some reason. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's gone. He's on the couch. All right. That's a lot of Archons. Yep, that's game. Okay. And yeah, there was like once he saw that arm, he's like, nope. Nah, it's over. It's over. Hold on, let's see. This is his view. Like let's go back a little bit. What is he? I actually want to see it from his view. Here, check this out. All right. Oh, man. This is the last mission. Let's see what we can do. Okay, it's just one Archon. Okay, 2 Archons. That's fine. Oh, no. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this commentation. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next stream, video, what have you. Take it easy. Peace.